Hello, and welcome to our talk entitled Investigating the Navigational Habits of People Who Are Blind in India. My name is Anirudh Nagaraj from the University of Maryland, Baltimore County. The work was conducted with Ravi Kuber, Fawad Hamidi, and Raghavendra Prasad. For people who are blind, the navigation process may be more complex depending on the setting where it is taking place. For example, in densely populated urban environments, challenges may be faced due to the volume of pedestrians and vehicular traffic present, which people who are blind need to navigate around. Other examples include locations where infrastructure falls short of what is needed to address public health, individual welfare, and environmental considerations. For example, in low and middle income countries, LMICs. According to Pusher et al., LMICs are known to have limited network of roads, often narrow, poorly maintained, and unpaved, and limited levels of traffic control and management, that is, crossings. Furthermore, accessibility of buildings may be limited due to lack of accessibility codes. Technology usage may be also limited within these environments due to a lack of consistent internet and the expense associated with purchasing technologies. In our paper, we have described an investigation of the navigational experiences of people who are blind in India, an LMIC. We investigated the experience of 14 legally blind participants resident at a charity-run K-12 school in the Bangalore metropolitan area to examine how the environment and culture impact navigation. More specifically, we inquired about experiences and strategies to navigate the metropolitan area, navigate at nighttime, and in inclement weather. Participants were also asked about ways in which their experiences could be supported using technology or otherwise. Our work brings attention to areas where the latest successful and well publicized innovations in blind navigation may fall short when used in an Indian metropolitan area. Findings from our work can inform the design of navigational technologies to help increase level of independence for users. We documented a range of experiences and strategies undertaken. We are presenting the ones which are more specific to the context, resulting from levels of investment and maintenance in infrastructure are low and where environmental factors may impact navigation. We found that perceptions of poor accessibility or a lack of familiarity within an environment led participants to seek help from third parties, either by asking for directions or seeking physical assistance. Although gaining assistance from others was not preferred, it was thought to be a necessary action to maintain safety. It was also found to be culturally acceptable. Considerable levels of trust would be placed in directions from third parties. I will discuss experiences crossing busy highways, navigating in the rainy season, and navigating in collaborative formations at night in the next few slides. Participants described needing to cross busy highways to reach their intended destination. The reason for crossing was due to it either being the fastest or ironically the most accessible route, as there were often no safer options available. For example, pedestrian crossings or bridges over highways. 4 participants highlighted the difficulties associated with detecting or judging the position of cars unless they are in very close proximity. They appeared to justify this by suggesting that, quote unquote, everyone does it, even though they knew it could lead to a dangerous outcome. In terms of strategies used, participants described listening out for the sound of oncoming traffic and only crossing when a gap was perceived. One participant highlighted extending his arm and cane out as far as possible while crossing, with the hope that a vehicle would hit the cane prior to injuring him. Others favored using speed bumps as a place to cross, as traffic is forced to slow down prior to a bump, limiting the chance of an accident. Participants with some functional vision available to them experiences challenges due to heavy rainfall during the 4-month-long rainy season or the monsoon season, which reduced visibility when navigating. And if flooding occurred, could mask key landmarks which they relied upon for both guidance and orienting position. Interestingly, our participants mentioned that the cane was valuable to counteract the slippery nature of the surface when it rains. Some participants highlighted other ways they had developed to reduce the likelihood of slipping. Example included going barefoot for short journeys. However, participants were worried about encountering sharp obstacles during this process as flooding from the rain would also mask the presence of sharp obstacles on the road. Nearly all participants highlighted concerns about navigating at nighttime, poorly lit areas. Participants were concerned for their safety due to the lack of people around, so limited their travel. It was thought to be challenging to obtain help if lost. For participants with some light perception available to them, navigating within a locale with some street lighting could be helpful to detect obstacles, along with using the lights as a route to return home. Several participants described an interesting technique for navigating safely at night by interlocking their arms with one another, moving as a group towards their intended destination. The process would require coordination to ensure that the white canes would not clash against the neighboring person's cane while walking, even if the arms are interlocked. The position of individuals can vary once the arms are interlocked. That depends very much on the situation or environment. For example, narrow sidewalks may demand blind individuals interlocking arms and moving almost in a single file, while a wider road would be more amenable for sideways positioning. The majority of the difficulties relating to navigation faced by the participants in our study stemmed from poorer levels of investment and maintenance in infrastructure, limiting both navigation and using technology to address challenges. As LMICs try to improve levels of infrastructure, in our paper, we suggest technical solutions to better support locating third parties who may be able to support navigation. This could aid blind users when navigating to unfamiliar destinations at night or in inclement weather. A further particularly interesting future direction is to investigate how to support and train for the interlocking formation practice that we observed in our findings. The complexity of walking in a chain while detecting and moving around obstacles is a skill that takes time to develop. With the increase in online tools for learning, mobile applications can be leveraged to provide education and to complete the training while the user is at home and does not risk their safety. Further suggestions are made in our paper. To summarize, we examined experiences and strategies for navigation in the metropolitan area in India and LMIC. Our work brings attention to areas where the latest successful and well-publicized innovation in blind navigation may fall short when used in an Indian metropolitan area. Findings from our work can inform the design of navigation technologies to support blind navigation. Thank you for your time.